And I'm super excited to be here with you guys. Let me do a little bit of checking stuff out, see what's on, what's working. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you are all just having a super great day. It was really crazy with the eclipse energy. How'd everybody do with that too? It's pretty interesting how the eclipse energy really affects like in deep ways to where you don't realize anything is moving until it kind of starts panning out, until it kind of starts moving. You get a little bit more expansion, you get a little bit more moving out through time. Seeing it unfold, if you will. It's super intense. It's very, very cool. But you got to be mindful. You got to pay attention and kind of almost like map what's going on because it doesn't happen like immediately. It unfolds, it kind of ripples out. And so I always like you got chat, doing chat room. So I'm just checking while we're waiting for people to get on. If you are here, please say hello. So I know that you're here with me. I'm going to check and see if we're streaming out all over where we're supposed to be. I never know if I'm where I'm going to see the chat. Sometimes I see it on here. I'm streaming out from Restream. There we go. Well, Holly's here. Right on. Mm. Oh, oop, oop, oop. Okay. We are on there. Good, good. So very cool. Today, we're going to talk about past life, regressions, kind of what they are, why you would want to do them, just a little bit of information. But first, I want to go back to kind of the eclipse energy. You guys, we all just came through some really, really, really intense energy. We all we all are still in almost like a portal type energy. And I'm bringing that up for you because I want you guys to realize that the eclipse kind of energy is really potent for manifestation, for moving through things. Like if you've been really stuck in stuff, to being able to move out. I don't know if you guys noticed or how many of you people actually saw the the eclipse, but I couldn't believe how black it was. I saw a blood moon eclipse. Oh my gosh, it's been a long time ago, probably in 1998, 2000, and it was intense, but it was, it was red. There was red to it. This time it went almost completely black. And I was a little bit like, "Oh my gosh, what did our indigenous people think? What did people think 5,000 years ago when the moon all of a sudden went dark like that?" It must have been horrifying. It must have been really scary. And it was interesting because I got this like feeling of like, oh my God. It was like, and I don't know if it was maybe a residual from past lives, or if it was an energy that I was feeling from the collective, but I really got that like scary, like, oh my God, what's going on kind of a feeling. So it was very, very interesting. But with that, oh wow, Wahali, you're in kind of Washington area, right? Torrential downpour. Torrential downpour, yeah. Yeah, we were lucky enough to have clear skies, but we, the reason I'm bringing up how black it got is because there's a quality to eclipses that when they're covering, especially when it's covering the moon is emotions, emotional energy. Hey, Karen, emotional energy, emotional um stuff. And we're all, what's going on in the world right now, moving into this new era. We're creating new earth. we're transversing, we're moving through multiple dimensions. Well, one of the things that holds us back, and I'm getting chills as I'm saying this, one of the things that kind of holds us back and keeps us from moving forward is emotional baggage. It's that stuff we don't let go of. It's that stuff that's lodged in the subconscious mind. And when we have that going black, it gives us an opportunity to release that darkness. And then, as the moon is freed, as the light comes back to the moon, we have a regeneration, we have a new opportunity to move forward. And so, I wanted to bring that to you guys so that you know that you're working in that energy. And sometimes the letting go is simply saying, I'm not letting this, whatever it is, whether it's an emotion, a person, a situation, I'm not letting it control me anymore. I'm not giving it so much of my mental and emotional um, um, space, right? It can't take up that much space. I need the space in my body to be filled with love. I need the space in my emotions to be filled with love. And it doesn't mean you're letting go of somebody maybe that you love, maybe that you lost, that needs to go. But it does mean you've got to, I'm telling you what to do. It's really suggested that you take this time to really let go of some of those emotions that you just haven't been able to. This energy will really help you do that. And part of that energy is the past life stuff. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. We all are infinite, right? We're all infinite. We are all eternal. It's like and it's really because we're made in God's image, goddess image, whatever word you want to use for that. We are created in that infinite energy. Hey, Christy. And we're created in that infinite energy. And because of that, we've been around for a while. We've been here, we've been on other planets, other star systems, starships, probably inner Earth and inner other places. Like Jupiter has a whole inner thing. I believe Mars has a whole inner world. The sun has a whole inner world. Great central sun. You guys have heard of that. Our moon even has, and it's like cities and civilizations within it. And so a lot of what we see, a lot of what we experience, a lot of what we know and we're taught is not the whole picture. And so as eternal beings, you have wisdom and you have knowledge and you have access to abilities and strengths and gifts, if you will, that we all have yet to discover. But we also have wounds and pain and fear and anger and all that trauma too. And this is a really good time to let go of that. And speaking about, bringing that into the past life stuff, part of what I do with past life regression is I don't use past life regression as a tool to find out if you were a king or a queen or anything like that. I have had people that have come to me for that. And it's like, okay, but it's really a healing tool. It's a great modality for healing, for being able to really look into what is it that's stuck in the psyche. If it's stuck in the psyche, if it's stuck in the subconscious mind, it's stuck in your energy body somewhere. And so we go in and we take a look at it, and then we do a thing, it's called rescripting, where we take you back before the process. We take you back before the wounding happened. We take you back before that, and we shift it, and we create a new outcome for you through the art of frequency shifting or using your imagination and creating something better. Because we have to remember, this creates our reality. This right here, your imagination, your tool, your thinking body, along with your emotional body, creates everything that you're going through. And I know it's so hard to wrap the mind around, but it's really important that we start understanding that, because once you understand that, you can then take responsibility for your creations, and then you can change them, right? By your thinking, by your emotions, but getting rid of the trauma and the old trauma that created the situations that are going on right now is really important. And past life regressions are really a powerful way to do that, because they go in and they shift the frequency. We're learning more and more and more, and people are talking about more and more that life is frequency, health is frequency, bad health is frequency, good health is frequency. It's all frequency, and frequency is how things are vibrating. Because we're electromagnetic, what's vibrating in our fields, what's vibrating in our psyche, what's vibrating attracts. We're magnetic, electromagnetic beings. So what's vibrating from what we're thinking and feeling and have, energy that is stuck, we're creating, we're drawing to us. We're like, we're sucking it in. So until we can shift that frequency, until we can lift those frequencies, and there's many ways to do it. Past life regression is one of them, and it's kind of fun too. It's always interesting to find out, where you've been and what you've been doing. And a lot of people have an idea of a few of the past lives that they've had. And with all this full moon and this eclipse stuff, we have an opportunity to really move through that and let that go. You can get, sessions with someone like me who does that kind of work, or, there's other there. YouTube is awesome, guys. There are some past life regression YouTube vids that will help you kind of walk through a past life regression scenario, a past life regression process to help you kind of figure out what it is, kind of help you figure out, what is stuck in there. They don't usually have uh, like a rescripting or anything like that, but you can discover what it is. And then through meditation, through intention, through prayer, through decrees, through alchemy, using the violet flame of limitless transmutation, you can then transmute a lot of those energies. So you've got a cool tool, the past life regression, at a really important time right now. And so I highly recommend that if you guys are struggling with anything, that you take a look at that. And if you want help, contact me. I do past life regressions. Excuse me, all of a sudden I got really dry. I do past life regressions. You would schedule a healing session with me. And it's really fun. It's so fun. We have so much within us that we're unaware. I can't talk. I apologize. We have so much within us that most of us are unaware of, right? We have gifts, we have strengths, we have tools, we have abilities that we don't know about until we can kind of tap into them, until we can begin to realize how vast and expanded we are. We have access to what is called the Akashic Records. We have access to all the knowledge and wisdom, past, present, and future. And, there's an interesting thing that I do that is called, well, I do two different kind of regression type therapy. Actually three kind, but one of them is concurrent life therapy. And what that is it's working with the eternal now, as if everything's happening now. And we go in and we look at what lives are happening in this current moment. And that's always fun because you can kind of get a couple of things that are happening that might answer some questions as to why you're struggling with something or not struggling with, why everything is like ease and grace. And it's fun. And sometimes we do find out that maybe you were a famous person, or maybe you were someone, of great influence. And that says a lot, because it takes a lot of lifetime, a lot of wisdom, a lot of skills, spiritual skills, to be able to reach the height of a great leader, or someone who really steps onto the world stage and makes a difference. Rock stars, athletes, celebrities, are, they got some power, they got some electromagnetism energy that draws those lifestyles, draws those experiences to them. But it's up to them whether they use them for good or bad too, right? We see a lot of those realms I just mentioned, being kind of filled with a lot of shady, weird kind of stuff. And it's maybe those people, that's how they operate. Maybe they've come in to experience that. Maybe they've come in to break that system down. We don't know. I know a lot of people that are celebrities that are kind of stepping back and going, whoa, 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 I'm not part of this crazy stuff. Jim Carrey is one of them. He's all about consciousness and stuff. He's like, man, this crazy stuff. It's like, we're not doing it. And so there's a lot of different things that you can accomplish through past life regression. And really, you guys, you can go into meditation and just ask your higher self to give you some information. You could even do something like beloved higher self, if that's how you want to do that. I always like saying eternal loving presence, which gives me kind of a god, goddess, creator, me, my higher self, internal wisdom, all balled into one ball. But, show me a past life that was the beginning of the struggles that I'm having with love or with money or with whatever you seem to be struggling with, and go into meditation and do that, and talk with your higher self, inner wisdom, with your guides, and ask them to show you and practice it. Sometimes you might need to do it a couple of times if you've never done it before, but you can get some really good information. Have a pad of paper and a pencil or pen next to you and write down whatever impressions that you got. Understand that if you haven't learned your internal language, it might take a while kind of doing that for you to start seeing a pattern and kind of learn your internal language. Because unfortunately, a lot of times it doesn't just pan out like a story in front of you. You get flashes and bits of information. That's why working with someone who is a past life therapist makes it a little bit easier, because you actually have someone who knows how to guide. If you work with me, I also have the intuition, and so we can kind of see what's going on. 'Cause since I have that developed psychic intuition ability, that helps a lot. But it doesn't mean you can't do it, and it doesn't mean you won't develop your psychic and intuitive abilities through playing with the past life regression kind of thing, like we're talking about too. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. Um, I find that past life regression is a wonderful tool that I use, especially when people just can't break out of patterns. And I've used it myself for that too. You can feel when you hit a wall, right? It's like I'm working and I'm trying and nothing is freaking working. And it's like I've hit a wall. I just can't get past this. And sometimes that's a wall that maybe you've been hitting for many, many lifetimes. And, part of this lifetime that we're in, all of you came in during this time of great awakening, of great revealing, of great shift and change, to help us break those cycles and break those walls down and to move beyond that. That's why we came here. Um, but only the bravest did. And so I do want to commend every single one of you that are here, that you are one brave soul to be here, because this isn't for wussies. This isn't for chickens. This is for the brave ones. And I even had Archangel Michael tell me one time that not everybody was allowed to come this time either. There's a lot of people that want to be here that were not allowed to be here, because we needed a lot of really strong, powerful light workers here during this time too. So if you're here, you got special skills, you have special things that you have capabilities of. And what a great time to go and look into that too, when we're still riding this eclipse energy, because the eclipse energy, I mean, you're really going to have potent energy for a couple of weeks after the eclipse, and it actually affects the next 6 months. And because we had this eclipse in Taurus, in Scorpio, Scorpio is about going into the deep, dark depths and pulling that darkness out, taking a look at it and choosing, am I going to keep it, or am I going to let it go? And so there's that on top of it. But what makes it a little bit sweeter is we also have Taurus as a part of this. We're in the Taurus energy right now. And Taurus is about peace and love and beauty. And so you can get in and you can look at the ugly stuff, and but allow yourself to either use alchemy, a violet flame, a limitless transmutation, or other alchemical processes. Love is an alchemical process. Light is an alchemical process. Even using your intention is an alchemical process. And change that dark, scorpionic energy. Oh man. I know I had something come up the other day that, God, I can't remember what it was. I wanted to tell you guys, can't remember right now, but it was something that I literally felt like bubbled up from my belly. And it was just this thought, and it was an ugly, icky thought. And I was like, where did that come from? Where did that come from? And I was like, oh man, we got this Scorpio energy. But what happens is with the Taurus, when it comes up, Taurus wants to make it beautiful. Taurus wants to turn it into something beautiful. Taurus wants to use it to help you be happier and more whole and holistic and well. Taurus is even about health too. Taurus loves everything to be pretty. And so you've got that combination there that's really powerful, that is going to help you through this. And that's part of the reason I wanted to talk about the past life regression too, because try it. Try it and let me know. Let me know what you guys think. You guys can always contact me, on Facebook. You can always text me or messenger, kind of let me know what's going on, Facebook Messenger, because this is good stuff. We got good energy right now. Another thing that I do, that I offer too, is I offer like past life readings. But you know what? A lot of times I can tell you, oh, you were, a young woman that lived on the prairie and your husband left you and your children died. And it's like, oh, that's hard enough to take. But it has very little meaning, or less meaning, than if you actually go in and revisit that situation and change it and shift it while you're in there, like you would with a past life regression. So there's kind of two. It's like, well, the information is okay, but doing it as a healing modality, even more powerful. And again, you guys, every single one of you that's here, those of you that I haven't seen a comment for, from that are here because you're being drawn here, you guys all have the ability to do this. This is one thing you're going to hear me saying more and more and more, which is shooting myself in the foot, because all this work is how I make my living. But you guys can do this, right? Everything that is out there, you guys can do it too. And it's turning into the inner realm. That's a big message that I got through this last 2 weeks, with well, actually 3 or 4 weeks, with the last eclipse, through that whole eclipse corridor, the one that we had on Sunday, was that we have everything within. Everything is in here. We have it all, but we need to learn to turn into our inner world. And we're so distracted by what's going on outside. And I am too. Actually, that's one of the things that kind of came up was, it's like when I get done with working, and I usually work about 10 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week. I work a lot. And because I'm an entrepreneur, right? So I'm not just seeing clients or doing classes. I'm creating all the content. I'm creating everything. Plus I'm doing the marketing. Plus I'm doing everything, right? But it's like, when I get done, I want to go and turn Netflix on and just fade out, right? And it's like, stop doing the TV. Don't turn the TV on. Go in and do meditation instead. Do something else. Go paint. I've been painting. Sometimes at the end of the day, I just don't want to be sitting anymore. I want to kind of stretch out and relax. But using that time a little bit more wisely, especially when we're in these super potent times. And we are all preparing a new Earth scenario, and we really should be thinking on that instead of, the distractions of the outside world. That being said, Netflix has a great show that's called Neighbors, about people that moved into a neighborhood and all their neighbors are aliens. It's awesome and hilarious. So I just gave you two sides. Don't watch TV, but oh my God, it's good. So something kind of fun, everything in moderation, right? Do a little meditation, then watch the movie. Watch the movie, but only watch one, and then do some meditation. We can always find that balance. And then something else really quick that I wanted to share with you guys. A lot of you guys that are on here are in my Soulful Living Tribe Facebook group. And I put a poll out there. And I asked you guys, what do you want to learn about? Like, what do you guys want to know about? And the main big thing was light language and sound. Well, was sound healing, right? was sound healing, was number one. Number two was angels and mermaids and all that kind of stuff. Number three was light language. So I have, starting in June, we're going to learn about, we're going to spend the entire month of June um, in our master classes that are changing to Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We are going to be moving in and learning about dragons, unicorns, first week dragons, second week unicorns, third week fairies, fourth week mermaids. We're going to learn all about them. We're going to learn about our connections to them. We're going to do meditations to connect up with the mermaids and get your mermaid or unicorn or fairy or dragon guide. It's going to be really fun. I'm super excited. And then on June 9th, my dear friend and colleague, we're going to be doing a connecting to the sacred dragons class. And so there's a lot coming up. I'm super excited. And then July is going to be sound frequencies and sound healing. You guys are going to learn how to find your own frequency and how to do that, how to sound that. And also we're going to be doing some toning. Since we're going to be doing it on Zoom, don't be afraid because we're going to be toning. But if you want to turn your mic off, you can do that and just hear my voice and you do toning. So we don't have to do it as a group. A lot of times people get really shy and it's so cute and it's so sweet. But you're going to learn about that. You're going to learn how to use the tones and do different tonings. Like, like my tone is this. So that's my tone. But check this out. You can do harmonics on it and give it all kinds of dimension. And that's where you learn to shift and break up energy and replace the energy with harmonics that are congruent with your particular tone. So the month of July, we're going to be learning all about that. And then in August, wait, there's more. In August, I'm going to start teaching guys how to connect into your light language. Okay. So these are all the master classes that are going to be happening Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm getting it all lined up. I asked you guys, I so appreciate you guys answering. And now I can do these classes for you. And we're doing, a group of them so we can really dig in and really get in there and look at them. I'm so excited. And then maybe we'll move in and we'll do a couple of weeks and we'll do past life regression, right? Take you guys through past life regressions so you guys can tap into it too. So we got a lot going on. So let me check here. I want to make sure I got everybody. So if anybody has any questions about past life regression, be a good time to ask. Or if you're ready to get a little reading, you can open that up too. I want to make sure nobody's making any comments here that I'm missing. I'm loving this restream. Do you guys like restream? Okay, so Veronica is watching. Karen. Okay, so Veronique, what a beautiful name. Veronique Lefrançois. What a beautiful name. Yeah, I think you guys are all over here. There we go. Karen's in. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I had all of you guys. Sometimes some of the comments like are on the other thing, and I'm not sure why that happens. It's part of the reason I changed to this restream so that I could see you guys. So Karen, what are my special gifts and how can I use them for my highest good or for humanity or animals? Well, Karen, one thing is you're definitely an empath for sure, which means you feel. One of your things really to answer, how can I use them? Give yourself permission to feel what you feel. I'm getting that really strong for you. You've had trauma in your life where you have felt some really intense emotions and you've kind of turned yourself, you haven't cut yourself off, but you've turned the dial down so that you don't have to really, or so that you don't dig deep into emotions, so you don't feel things too much, because everything is like, oh my gosh. And I get it because I'm an empath too. And I have done that for my entire life. But what's really cool is to turn that dial up a little bit and give yourself permission to feel what you feel, but you don't have to judge or respond. So what happens is we have a feeling and it hurts, right? Somebody says something mean and it hurts. And our first response is, oh my God, that hurts so bad, that person's bad. Okay, you just did two judgments. Train yourself not to judge. There's no judgment in that feeling. When we judge a feeling, when we label a feeling, when we say it's bad, we've now dialed it into a very negative experience instead of, oh, I'm feeling this. Yeah, that feels interesting. I don't really like it, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that emotion. Where's that emotion coming from? Is that my emotion? Is that someone else's emotion? Um, and just observing it, interacting with it, but not judging it, not accepting it, but not fighting it or running away either. That is one of the best way you can learn to use your gifts of being an empath, Karen, is to learn to feel your feelings. And I know it hasn't been that long ago that I realized I was an empath. It's probably been 6 or 7 years ago. I've been doing this work professionally for 20 years. And I think it was 6 years ago, 2014 ish. So is that 6, 7, oh my God, 8 years ago. I realized I was an empath and I went, oh my God. And I realized that with using all of my psychic abilities and all that I was doing, the feeling, there were some, ooh, don't want to feel too much, don't want to feel too much. And when I allowed myself to begin to feel what I feel without judgment, without pain, without fear, without letting it be other than just what it is, I was able to then begin to tune into it a little bit more and be able to understand where it's coming from, who it's coming from. Is this about me? Karen, you're saying that you want to do it for humanity or for animals. Learning to feel is a really good way to learn how to communicate. If you want to be like a kind of a psychic guide or an intuitive guide for humanity, for humans, or for animals, that's a great way to do it. When I first started doing all this stuff, like, I was psychic as a kid, but nobody knew what it was. And it wasn't until, I started learning about this stuff, um, that I realized, oh my gosh, I can make a living at this. How awesome is it? But as I was learning and going along, I realized that I am clairvoyant, I am clairaudient, but I'm clairsentient, I'm clear feeling, I'm an empath first. I feel it first. And so what I've learned now is to feel what I'm feeling. Oh, I'm tapping into an animal. Oh, I'm feeling fear. I'm feeling contentment, or I'm feeling, oh, the back hip is a little bit sore. And I do a lot of my readings through my feeling body. And so, Karen, that might be some place that you can really start, is giving yourself permission to feel, giving yourself permission to feel, and use that as part of your psychic tools. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps, Karen. So let's see. Brownie, do you have a special gift? Honey, you have a lot of them. Um, you know, I'm feeling your throat, honey. I'm not sure what you do for a living, but your voice, for one thing, is a special gift. If you are not a singer, a speaker, someone who communicates, this can also be written communication too, but you're a communicator. You have a really special gift of communication. You also have a really kind heart, a big heart. Um, Yeah, I'm getting the communication for you. And I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, Veronique. Oh, you're a healer. Oh my God, a paramedic. A paramedic. You know what? I'm getting chills. Woo! As a paramedic, honey. Oh my gosh, I'm getting total chills. I want to cry. When you're working with people who are not well, when you're working with people that are in fear, when you're working with people that are in trauma, when you're doing your job, your voice, the frequency of your voice is very healing, very comforting, very can be commanding and authoritative. Your voice is very important. Your voice is very important. And what I'm being shown is someone even can be in the midst of having a heart attack, and you speaking to them, it's okay, take a breath, we're going to do this, everything's going to be okay, blah blah blah. The frequency of your voice is very calming and soothing to the people that you're working with, and you have power in your voice. So there's times when you got to bark, hand me that now, right? I need this now. You have authority in your voice too. You are very well set. You have that beautiful voice for doing your job really well. Remember how important your voice is. I would love for you to sing or hum or tone and develop that even more. You also are intuitive um, as well, but you're asking special gift. And so I'm giving you that. It's that throat there is you're like super special. Doesn't mean you don't have other ones because you are intuitive and your third eye is pretty developed. You have a big heart um, and you're strong. Archangel Michael also said you're strong. So I hope that that helps you. I hope that that gives you some direction. I think that's really, really cool. And I just want to say thank you for doing the work that you do. Our first responders, are so important, so important. And so thank you for being one of the brave ones, strong ones, courageous ones that do what you do. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Karen. You're welcome. So there, how do I learn to detach more from outcomes and go my own way? You know what? I'm going through that right now. It's a choice. It really is. It's just saying, I am choosing to let go of this situation, not let it rule my life, not let it rule my mind, not let it take up emotional space. And I'm going to do my own thing. And it's so hard. It's so hard, especially if it's family or good friends or even a job. But what happens is when you just choose, I'm stepping away from this. I am not doing this anymore. And you really set that boundary. And sometimes, man, people get pissed off. People that are used to using you, abusing you, feeding off of your energy, coming into your space and disrespecting you, they're going to get mad. And you need to stick to your guns. That's one of the things that I'm getting for you too. Um, because you're a really nice person, you don't want to upset people. But you're not responsible for whether they're upset. That's their response. And a lot of times when people get really strong and they walk away from people, places, and things that are not healthy, you actually release those other things to go figure their schnitt out, right? It's like you no longer are, it's almost like what do they call that, codependence kind of thing, when as long as you stay engaged with someone who, I'm just going to use abusive, as long as you stay engaged with that, you allow them a platform to continue that. When you say no, I'm not doing this anymore, they're going to turn on the fire and they're going to make it even worse. But if you hold your ground and you literally turn away, like you're saying, go your own way and stop that and not accept that in your life, no, it releases them to go figure their stuff out. And this is there is classic, anybody who's ever dealt with a narcissistic psychopath who knows what kind of tools that they will use to employ you to continue to feed off of your energy. When you get away from them, the big rule, the overlighting rule, the whole thing is no contact. You don't talk to them. You don't accept an email. You don't, if they approach you in the street, no contact, no eye contact, nothing. And it's amazing how quickly people, places, and situations that feed off of you or that rely on your kindness um, will go away. And it's really a frequency thing. When you step up and go, no, I'm not doing this. I am lifting myself to where I am going to be happy. Your frequencies don't match anymore. They're going to go find somebody else that they can deal with. So Vera, I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you. 3R, oh, JR Cohen, JR, I like that. I was guided to this live to hear about the sound healing classes you'll be offering. Is this something that will help me get one step closer to leaving corporate America? Do I have any special gifts? Yeah, JR, absolutely. The sound healing is going to be in August. And so put that on your thing. There's going to be 4 of them. They're going to be every Thursday in August at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So wherever you are, put that on your calendar because I'm going to be teaching you how to do it. And it'll help you. It will help you. It'll help heal anything that's not working for you, but it's also going to give you a tool to use that anybody can go out and start using that as a healing modality too. So one step closer to leaving corporate America. Yay! Because my job third dimensional job is an accountant. So I get it. I used to work in a law firm. And I definitely stepped away from that. And you ask a second question, do I have any special gifts? Archangel Michael says you have a lot of them. One of the things with you, JR, is really to let go of the past. That's something Archangel Michael is saying really strong. It's like the let go of the past. And he's showing me almost like reaching your back heart chakra and almost pulling it's kind of gross, but kind of a scab off of there and just let the junk out. But you also are intuitive. Also, I feel like your ears, like you might hear things or be clairaudient. Understand that clairaudience is not hearing angels talk to you from outside. You actually hear it back here. You hear it in the auditory nerve because in the bigger picture and the higher understanding, the angels are not out there. They are a part of you. They're an aspect of you. So hearing them, sometimes we hear it on the outside, and that happens. I've heard angels, like literally their voices, but I've also heard them mostly like when Archangel Michael talks to me, I hear it in the back of my head. And the understanding, the higher understanding is that we're all one. It's all one. What is out there is within us. And so definitely you've got this, I'm going to call it the gift of hearing, of attuning. But when you have that, you're working this whole throat chakra, ear, the fifth chakra thing, which means that your third eye and your clairvoyance and your intuition is lit up too. And also feeling, yeah, you're sensitive, a little bit of an empath too. So all of these things, it's like, here's the thing. Part of the reason I kind of shy away from answering about special gifts is because I can tell you what it is, but does it mean anything to you? It's like, what do you do now? That's what I do in my sessions and stuff too, is I work with people. And one thing I want to say, JR, that's really important if you're not doing it, is doing some meditation, little prayer meditation every day and kind of get yourself tuned into yourself is super helpful too. I will hold you in my prayers. Get away from corporate America. Run, girl, run. Bless your heart. So I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you. Christy's saying, I'm a Reiki master healer and intuitive, and I love it. I feel like there's something more to do. You know what, Christy? I'm pulling cards. I'm using the goddess cards today. Okay, this is exactly what I thought it was. Yes, there's more to do. But Christy, what you're being asked to do right now, and this is the big message. It's a big message right now for everybody, is tune into your own inner landscape, into your own inner voice, your own inner wise woman. Really use this time. um, to prepare for that, because that's where the next step is going to be coming from. Here's the cards I got for you. First card is Saradin, and it's potential, and it's a number 9, which means, yeah, you've accomplished a lot. You're coming, the cycle is closing, a new one getting ready to begin. And then you have Hecate. You're in the in-between. Use the in-between state before the next thing comes, wisely and intentionally. Really connect into your soul. Something that I teach on Wednesday evenings at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I have meditations, and what we're working on right now is building the temple of our heart, the love temple within our heart chakra, and moving in there and learning to be in that space and creating a beautiful temple to house our soul, to welcome our soul back into full expression and experience in our lives. And a meditation, of course, you're always welcome to join us, but a meditation along those lines would help too. There is something more, but you're in between. It's not quite yet ready yet. Use this time to, yeah, Archangel Michael is saying that the next thing that's coming along is going to require you to be very intensely connected to your inner voice. That's kind of cool. I can't wait to see what that is. You're welcome. Hi, Vicky. Yay. And Lynn is here. Oh my gosh, this thing is so weird. Lynn is saying, I like Karen's question. What are my special gifts? Lynn, I'm also getting like a clairaudience for you. I'm feeling almost like it's almost like your ears are tuned to other realms. Does that make sense? And it's not your just outer ears, it's inner ears. And again, it's that navel chakra intuition thing that you've got going on. I love that you're into Sasquatch. I love Squatchy. When I was young, we used to go up to Shasta a lot. And I used to always feel like there was someone watching, not just me, but just watching. And when I learned about Sasquatch, when I first learned about that, I knew that that's what it was that had been watching. And so that's so cool. I love that. Yeah, you got trust. This is kind of weird, Lynn. Trust trust what you hear with your guts. Does that make sense? It's like trust. That's what Archangel Michael's saying. Trust what you hear with your guts. I know that sounds kind of kooky, but Archangel Michael is also saying, he will help you. He will help you. Um, yeah, this is cool. Hear with your guts. I love it. Okay, Bridgette, go ahead and ask a question, honey. What we do is we ask questions here. Vicky, where am I? You're with me, baby doll. Oh, you're welcome, Jara. Bridgette, what's my next step? Ooh, got the card of water. Mama Gocha. We're doing goddess cards today. Ooh, and you got Aphrodite, romantic love. Bridgette, do tell. Whoop. This was for Bridgette. You got Mama Gocha, and this is a Mayan goddess, I believe. Water. I don't know what that means. I'm giving that to you. I'm not getting, but romantic love. Got something you want to tell us, young lady? I feel like that this love, I feel like that these really go together. It's almost like wherever your romantic love is, that is either part of your next step, or if you're looking for someone, it's coming. And I want to say that because of the water, that is the emotional energy, right? But I also feel like it's literal water. Also, notice this card is a 33. That is a master number. It's associated with Yeshua, with Jesus, with the Christ consciousness. And I feel like whatever this romantic love thing is has to do with that kind of energy. So if you're married, maybe there's a shift coming with your partner. If you're looking, you know what to start looking for. Don't lower your standards. I'm also getting to. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Let's see. What do we got? Lynn, Christy, yay. Does that make sense? Cool, Lynn. I love it. I love it. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Rosie, yay. Rosie, ask a question. What can I do for you today? We're using the goddess cards. I love these cards. And also for those of you that come in late, don't forget to go listen to the first part of it. I know a lot of people just want the readings, but the teachings that come through here at the beginning are really, really important for you guys too. Oftentimes the teaching will actually answer the questions you guys have. So really important for you guys to attend that too. And I know it's kind of hard because I do it at a weird time. But I can't do it any later because I have other stuff that I have to do. So Rosie, what is your question? Oh, well, you know what, Bridgette? I'm going to tell you right now, connect with your husband and spirit more. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm a Blu-ray Starseed too. Interesting. Interesting. I love that. I really want to tell you, connect with your husband more. I feel like he has, and it's interesting. You know what? You know what, Bridgette, I gotta say this. I feel like that there's a romantic person coming your way. I really do. And I feel like it's somehow connected with your husband. Maybe he is like your husband. There's some kind of connection there. But yeah, that Blu-ray Starseed, that's really cool. And there's a lot of power there that goes with it. A lot of us Blu-ray Starseeds are here to really move us through into this new world, however this is all going to pan out. Yeah, and Rosie, I will get you next too. Um, and you don't always need to date to meet someone. Sometimes you walk in and pick up takeout at Panda Express, and there he is. Don't give up on that. When that love card comes through like that, especially with the water and the emotional energy. Yeah. And keep following the Blu-ray Starseed. I think I've got some stuff on my YouTube. Oh, I can't remember what it was. There's something on my YouTube channel there that's got stuff about the Blu-ray Starseeds. So welcome. Yay. Thank you for being here. Us Starseeds are trying to make sure we don't implode ourselves. Yes, we're talking to you humans. Rosie, can I have a reading, please? Would like to know about my well-being. One thing that Archangel Michael is showing me. One thing that Archangel Michael, well, I need to move up and look at Rosie's little question here. One thing that I'm being shown, Rosie, is and this is about your well-being, is it's almost like being a warrioress, being a warrior princess. Like Archangel Michael is showing me standing with your feet apart, planted in the ground, and like being strong. I don't know if maybe you need to say no to something or somebody. If you need to be standing your ground, if you need to maybe stand up and get strong for yourself. I'm not sure what that is, but Archangel Michael is showing me it's time to get strong for you, not for other people. You do enough for other people. Um, it's getting strong for you. And it's almost like that warrior energy. I almost want to who was that show? This is so going to date me, but it's just a number. Xena, the warrior princess. Yeah, that kind of stuff. I'm kind of like, you need to like, whoa, yeah, woo, yeah. Just like get into that warrior energy, kind of stir that up, get that root chakra going. Um, and really cleansing and clearing your root and navel chakras would be really good. Clearing all your chakras is awesome, but the root and navel chakra, and it's not because you're doing anything wrong or anything. It's the nature of how we're living right now. And Bridgette, you're just a little bit sensitive, especially being a star seed. When stuff's happening in the lower dense energies, we need to do a lot more clearing and cleansing of our fields. So that could be too. So Rosie, yeah, get that, break out your inner warrior princess and clear up that root chakra, get that root chakra going. Let's see. Oh, Bridgette, your water sign. I love it. I love it. I love when stuff like that happens. And Karen, oh, I'm so glad you love the message, Karen. Thank you, and thank you being here and supporting me by being here, because it'd be really lonely here if you guys didn't show up. It'd be so boring. Um, oh, cool. Oh, very cool. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad your husband is there with you. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of Blu-rays, but a lot of us have kind of been like, meh, or not understanding, knowing that there's something going on, but not understanding what it is. And then now a lot of people are talking more about the Blu-ray um, starseed energy. And so as soon as I heard it, I went, oh, that's me, that's me. And I started reading it. It was like, oh, okay. I'm definitely not from this planet. I'm what they call a wanderer. So I got a lot of different things. I'm definitely really connected with the Arcturians. We got that Blu-rays star seed. And sometimes it's hard to be on this planet, when we know this light, beautiful, wonderful way of being, and we're in here, it's like all the time. So we need more star seeds. And a lot of you people that are here, you have some star seed energy too. It may not be Blu-ray. There are other rays that are here. But there's a lot of star seeds right now because we're coming into the planet, because Mother Earth and humanity is supposed to be reconnecting with the Galactic Federation so that we can get back into the Federation and not put up with the bullshit that is going on this planet from beings who are dark and are trying to do bad things to us. But we got kicked out of the Federation because we as humans were not being strong and doing what we needed to do. And we were hosting these dark things that are now trying to take over. So star seeds are here for that reason, to bring that high frequency onto the planet. So that could be, yep, still ascending, and will be ascending for many, many lifetimes to come. Maybe not here on planet Earth, though. I'm already making my arrangements. It's like, dear God, I'm not coming back. I'm not doing it. No. But yeah, that's cool, Bridgette. That's cool. If your husband would be a walk-in, I'm getting a no on that. I'm getting that for you, Bridgette, it's time for you to experience another kind of love that is different from what you and your husband shared. But I feel very much like your husband would love to see you loved again. I feel that a lot. I feel like he's really that kind of a person. So yeah, I don't feel like he's going to be coming in and walking in, and you got to be careful with the whole walk-in things. They talk about like no big deal, walk in. That's possession. We need to be careful with that. We need to be careful. So let's see what else have we got. I got some peeps here. Christy. Christy, you're definitely intergalactic. Um, Christy, go read the description of a Blu-ray starseed. I think you're a starseed, but you're definitely intergalactic. I mean, you are like, woo, you're way out there. You're not, you're like multi-universal. There's you're connected to a lot. You're a bit of a wanderer or traveler like I am, I think. Feels like it. Yay. Yes, good, good, good. I know, Rosie. How do you do that? Take a class with Michele Amburgey, the Awakener. Come to one of my meditations, do some of the classes, learn how to do this. I do all kinds of classes. I got all kinds of stuff going on. Um, so come and play with me. Come join my Soulful Living tribe on Facebook. There's a lot of things you can do. I'm out there a lot putting stuff out there. I also have another YouTube channel that I do with my friend Sharon on Thursdays. And we talk about all kinds of stuff like lucid dreaming and out of body experiences and ETs and all that kind of stuff. So you can do it. It's called New Earth Rising. It's with Sharon and Michele. And then Bridgette is saying, I'm trying to figure out, I changed so much. They said I'm elder ancient wisdom. Yeah, but you know what? Here's something we need to do, Bridgette, that's really important. This is for all you guys. Don't get too attached to the labels because they actually will, it will actually limit you. In the ultimate big picture, it's all one. We're all one. The star seeds, the Jupiterians, the, you know, um, intergalactic angels, the ascended masters, the Sanat Kamuras, the planetary logos, universal logos, the intergalactic logos, the great protector, divine oversoul, all of it, we're all one ultimately. And so don't get too into the labels, um, because that's great. You can learn a little bit, but if take the information in, that's cool. That supports what I know about myself, but understand and expand into the oneness. That's where we're going for the new earth. That's what the new earth is we're not, well, I'm an ancient one and I'm a this and I'm a that. What we are is we are one with the all. We are all everything in the big picture. So I just want to sprinkle that with you. It doesn't mean ignore what you're knowing, but definitely don't get trapped by the labels, because I did that for a while too. It was like, oh, I work with angels, blah, blah, blah. And I started getting these messages where it's like, no, where I was taken way out into the universe and I was shown basically all of creation. And I was told, you are the creator and you are the creation. And it was just like, woof, this understanding of all of that. And it really let me know that all these little labels I was going by were kind of limiting me, because I was trying to figure it out when really I'm this. And I was told that because I'm here to tell you guys that. I'm here to share that with you guys. That's what I'm doing here as a star seed wise one angel. Right, we have all that good stuff, but that's cool. Yeah, you definitely are a wise one. You guys are welcome. Right. Yep. Cool. Good. I'm glad you follow my page. Cool. Well, now you found people to talk about it. And also visit Sharon. What does she go by? I think she goes by Sharon Kumara. She's my super good buddy. She talks a lot about like the galactic stuff too. So it's all good. Yeah. We are all everything. It's super exciting. So we are at the top of the hour, guys. Thank you so much. I'm so excited that you guys are here. I'm so excited that this is working and that I can stream it, into YouTube and stream it into Facebook so I can get as many of you guys on here, because this is so fun. I love you guys talking about the star seeds too. That's really important. It's really important that we do understand, kind of what our basic is, what our root, our foundation is. And then from that, we can expand out into the bigger truths that we are everything. We are all everything. And when we begin to understand that, it pops open all those limits, and that's part of what we're doing right now. I mean, we are shifting dimensions. We're going from 3D dense, limited, like labeled energy to love and light and peace and freedom and sovereignty. And that's where we want to go. And to do that, we have to include everybody. We have to go as a unity where we go one, we go all. For those of you who know Corey Good and all that kind of stuff. And it's important that we understand that we're all connected. I am you and you are me, and we are all together. If you listen to the Beatles, I am you and you are me, and we are all together, right? So, and it's good because here we all are right here, and this is fun. So I love you guys. Super happy. Welcome to the new people that are just getting on here. I am here every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Mark your calendars. So here's what we got going on. Tuesday, spiritual chit chat. Today, that's what today's show is, by the way. Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Pacific, meditation for awakening. Thursdays, master classes. Things are coming up. All of our mysticals in June. We got all kinds of stuff that I outlined earlier. And Fridays, we don't have anything yet, but we're looking at it. And I also do some classes on Saturdays, spiritual intensives, things that like really get in healing. And we just got done doing an ancestral healing. So you can find a lot of that stuff on my website at micheleamburgey.com. I'm Michele with one L. You can see down there, one L, micheleamburgey.com. I'm also known as the Awakener. It's what I'm here to do. And you can find classes, you can find my schedule, you can find one-on-one sessions, you can find my books, you can find my meditations, you can read my blogs, you got all kinds of stuff on there. And connect, and then come play with me on Facebook. I'm on Insta, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Telegram. What else? I don't know. I'm trying to be everywhere, because we are all one, everywhere present. So I love you guys. Come play with me because it's no fun to play by myself. I look forward to seeing you. If you don't see you this week, we'll see you next Tuesday. Blessings to everybody. Bye-bye.